Welcome back to the podcast. Kletus Ray's Roadside Service. It just hit a gigantic dragonfly. It is, that was a giant dragonfly I just hit. Anyways, welcome to Kletus Ray's Roadside Service. I'm your host, Kletus Ray. Yeah, so I don't know. I did that last episode, and I realized I had one in draft mode. It was like, oh shit, I was supposed to upload that. So, anyways, I don't know. I've been out of the podcasting loop for a while, but it looks like I'm going to get right back into it. Recorded one yesterday. That's the last one you heard. And then today it is 2:30, and I just left the dump site. If you're following along, you are correct. I got there early as fuck. Sat there for 6 hours waiting for them to say, okay, you can dump. I'm pretty sure they forgot about me because I usually I call after 3 hours, but I saw a lot of trucks going in and out, so I was like, okay, they'll get to me. And I like getting paid to just sit around and play on my phone. I actually don't mind it. But if I'm gonna go home tonight and not like fuck up everything, it's like I gotta get unloaded sometime. Like I gotta get unloaded. Because right now it's looking like I'm not going to get home, like, to my house until probably 10 o'clock, which is kind of fucking ridiculous. I mean, I'll be off work at probably 8:30, I think. If I really stick, if I try not to pull over and do a bunch of shit all the time, I think I'll make it. I'll get there by 8:30 at the earliest. Two different truckers. Usually, I don't talk to anybody there. But two different truckers today, they said it was their first time coming there. There's totally different times, different fucking parts of the day that I sat there and watched the sun just go all around me. A flock of birds just shit all over the fucking windshield of my truck. What the fuck? Not kidding. One, two, three, four, five little fucking bird shits just hit my windshield. Anyways, yeah, the first guy, he's like, I ain't never been here. I was like, oh, okay. I've barely been here. He's like, really? I was like, I'm here all the time, but I don't deal with those containers that you got, so I don't know. He's like, well, where do I go? What do I do? I'm like, well, fuck, you need to talk to some of these guys that fucking work here. Those guys over there, their truck says their name on it. Go talk to them. They'll be able to help you out better. But I mean, I can tell you, I can zoom in on Google Maps and show you where the scale is and everything. And so I did, and we sat there and talked for a while, and he ran off talking on his phone, and then before I know it, he's pulling in there. But I don't know, that's fine, because he was in a container trailer, so he didn't, me and him are going to two different areas. And I was like, I don't know where the fuck you're going. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what containers do here. But then another guy pulled up, tanker driver, and he actually works for the company, but he says this is the second time he's ever been here. And I'm like, okay. Well, yeah, I come here, and they make you sit for a long fuck time. He's like, what the fuck is the holdup? I'm like, I don't know. He was also in a tanker, so me and him matched a little bit more. But he's like, no offense to you and your company, but it's like, I work for this company. Why am I sitting here waiting? I'm like, I don't know, but I've been waiting here longer than you. So I don't know. He's like, they should let me in. I'm like, okay, go talk to them. I don't even work for you. You work for you. Go fucking talk to you and tell you to go in there. How about you just drive up in there and say, hey, I'm here to offload. Like, you don't even have to check in. Just say I work here. I'm doing work here. Put me next in line. That's what I would do if I worked there. If I had that name on the side of my truck, I'd just drive up in there and be like, hey, I'm here. Yeah, go ahead and just put me next in line. and then go hang out in the break room and for 30 minutes or whatever it takes, and then they'd fucking pull you in there. I mean, that's what I would do if I worked there. Those guys worked there. Me, I don't get that. But anyways, I called them after sitting there for 6 hours, and usually I call them after 3. But for some reason, I just decided to sit there and collect a paycheck for a little bit longer, twice as long as I normally usually have to wait. Um, I'm like, hey, been here since 8. What's the deal? Just wondering. She's like, oh, they're just not ready for you yet. And I'm like, okay. And honestly, that guy in the tanker that was behind me, he was the only other tanker I saw all day. So I don't know what the hell was going on, but 10 minutes later, she called me up. That's usually how it works. Usually it's 5 minutes or less that when I call them, I say, hey, I just check and see if you're ready or not. And then I know they forgot about me. So then they call me right back and they're like, hey, we're ready for you. But it's not the lady that I called to check on my time isn't the lady that calls me back. I think they got a system. I think they got some sort of Illuminati system going on in there. They're like, hey, this guy just called me to let me see if he could come in. You call him and tell him that we forgot about him. And she just calls and says, hey, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Just come on in. Like, you guys forgot about me. She's like, no, they just got ready. I'm like, oh, that's really convenient. Every time I call, you're ready to go. Anyways, but I'm not really complaining a whole lot. But I mean, for all these other drivers that come in there that are paid by the mile, and they might get paid like $15 an hour or whatever for downtime or whatever, it might be. They don't get. They're losing money sitting there basically. They could make more money, hitting the road and making their next pickup or whatever they're doing. I don't know. But anyway, so I do it for them. Otherwise, I just kind of hang out, sit and play on my phone. I could have watched 3 fucking movies. I could have watched half of the Lord of the Rings trilogy or whatever. I don't even know how many movies it is. But I would have definitely fallen asleep if I turned on a movie. I just sat there playing on Facebook, scrolling through Facebook until I'm just tired of it, and then going to YouTube, scrolling, looking for a video, and then getting on those fucking short videos, not finding anything, then going over to Marketplace, looking at everything on there, and then going back to YouTube, back to Facebook, back to Marketplace, just rinse, dry, and repeat. So that's what I've been doing. Nothing too exciting. Last night, I was unable to secure my Holiday Inn spot. I have 4 more nights to go. Well, I have like 17 more nights to go before I become Platinum Elite again. And so I don't think I'm going to be hitting that. At least maybe in the middle of next year I'll be hitting that, because I don't think I'm going to have 17 more. Well, it's not 17 more loads. It's because I only stayed every 2 loads. 2 out of 3 loads I stay out at a Holiday Inn. Well, no, I try to stay at a Holiday Inn each time. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But over here in Alva, the Holiday Inn was all booked up. Motherfuckers. I'll tell you what, I was fucking upset about that. So I stayed over at the Comfort Inn. I made sure not to make the mistake of going to the Days Inn again. Days Inn, bad idea. Comfort Inn, it's okay. It's pretty close to Holiday Inn standards. Their breakfast is shit. Okay, I don't eat their breakfast there. I don't do nothing there. They do have a nice little waffle maker, but I ain't about to eat no waffles. I don't need all that sugar and carbs directly in the morning. I mean, I guess I do eat sugar and carbs in the morning in the form of coffee and something else. Like today, I stopped off at a truck stop on my way because I was like, I better stop and grab something, or else they might, because you never know how long you're going to have to sit out there. If I would have done that, I would have sat there for 7 hours. No food, no coffee, no nothing. So luckily I stopped this morning and grabbed me a breakfast burrito and a croissant sandwich. Uh, Last night I was debating. I was on my way in. I was debating on stopping, getting that burger, or stopping off at the barbecue restaurant, and I decided to pass up the barbecue restaurant. I said I'm just gonna pass. I'm gonna pass it tonight. I stopped and got my burger. It was fucking delicious. They had it. They had it cooked quick. I don't know how they cooked it so quick. Um, but anyways, what else has been going on? Nothing much. Just driving around, doing my thing. It's been a good time. Got me a cooler full of water over here. I do got some sugar-free Red Bull that I'm about to. I feel like I'm already ready to fucking drink that motherfucker. But I gotta stop and get some food because I haven't had any food, since 7:30 or whatever this morning. It was a while. So I don't know. I guess I could call this sort of a fast, but not really a fast. I don't know. Is a It'll be almost an 8-hour fast. That's not really even a fast. That's just not eating, skipping one meal. And I could do that a few times, but I don't know. I been depressed. I don't know what's going on with me. I have had, I don't know, other than working, like riding the bike and working on the truck. I don't know. I just been kind of bleh. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I think part of it is that summer is like done. Oh, all right. Yeah. What are we doing here? You just fucking pull right the fuck out. You can hit the gas, bud. Jesus Christ. It's fucking old farmers and shit. They got a big ass yield sign and he just flies past it, pulls up and acts like he's gonna cut me off. So I slam on my brake. I didn't slam on him, but I did slow down quite a bit. And then he slows down, and then we're both slowing down. We're both doing 30 and a 70. What are you doing? We're on a 2-lane blacktop. I can't really just swerve around the motherfucker. And I don't want to piss off the farmers out here. They will notice me. They will be like, there's that motherfucker that fucking cut me off the other day. Even though I didn't. I'm just trying to drive. You got the yield sign. Sorry, I didn't put the yield sign there. Maybe I should have gone a different way home. Yeah, nothing really going on in the news. I don't know I guess maybe there is shit going on in the news. I don't see it. I don't know what's going on. I deleted a lot of fucking emails. Is that cool? That's something I could talk about. I deleted a whole fuckload of emails. I don't know. It's like, I've been on some questionable websites in my life, and I don't really need to know that I've been on those questionable websites anymore. So I go through my history trying to get rid of some shit. Don't need anything coming back. And this is the weird thing. On my Google, I have like 4 different Gmails, and they're all linked. I can hit, go to Gmail, I can click all mail, and it'll show me every email from all 4 emails. They're all connected. Um, so I got one from a long time ago. I got one that's kind of newer, and I got one that I made for like PlayStation stuff that I don't even use. That's the only thing I used it for, was just to like create a new PlayStation account or some shit. I got one for like a podcast that me and my buddy Luke were gonna be doing, and we never did it, so that's completely empty and blank. And then I got one that I think I created to create my Facebook account, because I wanted my Facebook account to be mine, but completely separated from everything else of my day-to-day life. Uh, just because I got hacked on Facebook hardcore, and I deleted everything. I tried to delete my entire digital footprint, and it worked for the most part. But now it's been years now, so now I got all kinds of shit. I don't really need coming back. So, anyways, yeah, and on all of these Google accounts, I have the history set to not saving. This is weird. I've got everything set to not saving. I don't know how many internets I search on when I search on the internet. Because if I go to a website, then I click on the history, like on that browser, I go to the history, it says not saving. I say, okay, it's cool. But if I click on Samsung Internet, because I'm an Android guy, I got this Samsung Internet, that's also a separate internet, but for some reason, sometimes things don't go to there, but sometimes things do go to there. And I've I set that up to not save my history, but it's like, hey, you've been to these websites. Look at what websites you've been to. Look at the shit that you've clicked on. It's like, whoa, hey, stop! I said fucking don't. I said don't look at that shit. I don't want to know where I've been. If I want to know where I've been, I'll just try to find my way there again later. I don't need to remember. I don't need a history. Okay? So, anyways, there's another Google, like on the little Google widget search bar. If you click the G, it'll take you to a different Google. And then you go on there and it says not saving. But if you click open up desktop site, it shows you everything. It's like, oh, yeah, here's all your shit for fucking the last 8 years that you've been looking at. It's like, hey, I said don't save that shit. Motherfucker. So, anyways, luckily I had 6 hours to sit around and do nothing, and I could really get down and dirty and try to find out where I can delete every piece of history I got, because I don't need it. And I don't know. Some of these you've clicked on a fucking website before. You're like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have clicked on that. Pop up start happening, and you're like, oh shit, this is not good. Now somebody from Nigeria is gonna call me. I don't need that. I don't need text messages from FedEx saying you forgot a pickup at your FedEx. Give me your social or whatever the fuck it is. Even though I'm not going to fall for those scams there, but I feel like eventually those scams aren't going to need, they're already going to know your shit. And they're going to just know that you're active and available. And they're like, then they'll be able to just get your shit. It's like they already know everything they need to know. But I don't know, trying to stay down and low and out of any sort of spotlight on anything. Trying to. Now, the only things I do save is like YouTube history, because I like to be able to see what I've previously watched on YouTube, um, and then other shit like that. But anyways, I guess where I was going at to begin with was there's like third-party app cookie data shit I don't fucking know. But anyways, I have to go through every single one of these accounts and delete like, because it's mainly my son. My son, he grabs my phone, he runs off with it, he downloads 1,000 video games, and some of those video games will take over my fucking phone. I don't know what it's just a normal game. He's got to click through a bunch of shit. He knows my little passcode thing, and it's like I want him to be able to play on my phone. Here, I can just delete the games later. Well, I found out you can delete the games, but all that data is still being shared and stored and blah 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 blah. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I went through, and instead of just, I can select every video game and then hit delete, and I just have to hit OK a fuckload of times, and then it deletes all the games. This, I have to hit 3 buttons on every video game that deletes all cache, cookie, data, stored information, blah 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 blah. And it took a while. I got carpal tunnel from doing that. And I know as soon as he gets my phone again, which I'm going to let him, you guys might be like, well, hey, let me help you solve your problem. I don't need my problem solved. Okay, guys? I don't need anybody to tell me how to run my fucking life. I probably do. But anyways, if you talk about any of this stuff with anybody, like, just don't give your son your phone. Hey, shut the fuck up. My son wants to play on my phone. He's going to play on my phone. If I let him have my phone, that's me and my business. I know I'm sharing it to you right now, but I don't know. It's just fucking like, it's not as, I wish life could go back to being a little bit more innocent, a little bit more forgiving. Because now you download one game and you got to go to 8 different fucking areas of your phone to delete the fucking game. Really fucking annoying. But anyways, I think I covered a lot on today's phone session. I deleted a whole bunch of shit. We're good, maybe. I'm probably gonna try to log into a website, and it's gonna be like, oh, we forgot what your password was, and I'm like, God damn it! Send me a fucking email. Reset the motherfucker. Can't use your last password. God damn it! You know, stupid shit like that. I don't know. It's like I really don't like cell phones and what they're doing. Because I mean, are you gonna read the terms of service on every fucking game? Are you gonna do that for everything you download and look at and click on and whatnot? No, nobody's gonna do that. I'd still be reading terms right now. I'd have to quit my job just to sit there and read the terms. Now, nowadays, you could probably copy and paste them into ChatGPT and say, hey, what the fuck is it? And it's just going to tell you all the same shit. Because they put it pretty plainly, I guess. I don't know. But, I don't know. Just technology, man. Everything is computer. I really like my 79 and my 92 and my DR. I really like how old they are, and none of this shit is it's just what it is. Like my wife's new car that she just got, that motherfucker is loaded with technology. And I feel like somebody could just flip a switch and it'll be like, hey, you were speeding here, here, and here. And then it knows where you live because it drives to your fucking house. And then it could just, like, hey, you caused all these traffic infractions and now we're enforcing them through the state police department. So now you're going to get all these tickets. Drive better. And it's like, yeah, we should all drive and do the speed limit and everything, but I don't need you fucking keeping your eye on me like that. You know, I really just, it bugs the hell out of me that all that shit. You know, like if you have a headlight out, I don't know. I don't even want to get into all that. What else was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about some other shit, and I totally forgot what it was. I guess I could just make up a story or something, maybe. I'm not good at making up stories. I'm good at telling stories that have happened in my life. Try to think of a story. Well, I guess the time I got hacked on Facebook. So it's really dumb. It's dumb for me to be as old as I am and to have the problem that I had. So, Off-Road Outlaws is a video game. I would play the video game. In order to save the progress on your video game, I mean, it would save it on your phone, but if you got a new phone or something that you couldn't like transfer your progress unless you saved it through your Facebook app. So I had apps connected, and everybody's got them. You look at your Facebook, try to find out where the fuck it is. But on your Facebook, you can see what apps are connected to your Facebook or whatever. And the Off-Road Outlaws app was connected. And this is where things went bad. But I was playing the game. I started making maps. I started getting pretty popular in the Off-Road Outlaws community. And I hadn't started a YouTube channel at that point. I was just famous in specific groups on Facebook. And a lot of kids would try to hack the game. And they found out how to hack the game and get into those maps. And so most of the time, kids would go into a map that I would create or any other creator made it, and they would either add some shit because they don't know how to make maps, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, they just get in there, fuck up some shit, or add some extra shit that is dumb, and then save it, and then leave. Well, as a creator, and or I don't know, you could go in there and you could go to your last save. So I could look and I could see exactly when it was saved and when it wasn't mine. Because I would try to keep track of when I saved maps. So if this ever happened again, I could just instead of go like scoping the map out and trying to find, because my maps were pretty goddamn intricate. Instead of scoping it out and trying to see if any little thing had changed or whatever, I could just open up the save history or whatever, and I could see if it was me or somebody else. Now, sometimes they would just delete the map entirely, but they would never delete the map entirely. They would just reset the map, exit out, and then I could go back to my last save, and it was fine. And for instance, I was pretty popular on Facebook and stuff, and I was on there all the goddamn time. People would, tag me and shit, and they'd say, "Hey, what the hell's wrong with your map? Why did you put a racial slur in the middle of the road?" It's like, I did not do that. I promise you, I did not fucking do that. Hold up, and I can go back and change it. But then it became really common. So the only way they could actually delete the map or make changes that I couldn't undo would be if they saved it. And really, it was pretty easy for them to figure. If they figured out all this other shit, I feel like it was pretty easy for them to do this other thing, where you just save it like 25 times. You save it, you hit the save button like 25 times, because every time you hit the button, it creates a save slot, and there's only like 25 slave slots over there. So you just hit save 25 times and then exit out, and then the creator of the map can do nothing to get it back unless they contact the developer of the game. Now, me and the developer were pretty cool. So I ended up talking to him. I'm like, "Hey, man, this keeps happening. Like, the security of your game is really shitty. So what the fuck can we do here?" And he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna create a copy of your map and put it in this new tab on the game that's called featured. So there will be a featured list for maps." He's like, "You're gonna still have your copy that you can make changes to, and whenever you're done making changes, let me know, and then I'll send it up the line or whatever, and then they will update your version of the map." And I was like, "Cool, that'll work." And so that's what we were doing for a while, and then the creator started going into some of my maps and changing things. And I was like, "Hey, man, why are you changing shit on my map?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I just wanted it. It wasn't really clear on which way you should go on this. Like, it was a racing map or whatever." He's like, "It wasn't really clear where you should go on this racing map, so I just put a big arrow there." I was like, "Okay." And the way he did the arrow, it is impossible for me as a map creator to create that arrow. So him as a developer, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And so I don't know. It created some tension there, because they were able to go in and customize your map however they wanted. I mean, they were pretty nice about it, but I was like, "No, if you need anything changed on the map, let me know and I'll do it." Like, that's all my creation. I don't want you having. I mean, you get credit for the game, I get credit for the map. But if you're editing the map, you might as well get credit for the fucking map, because you have all these tools that you can do shit that I can't fucking do. So, anyways, it became a problem a little bit. And the guy that we were talking to was a real big nerd, and me and some of the other guys, we created a big group. Uh, Jeeps Gone Wild is what it was called, and those guys were ruthless. So we would fuck with this guy all the goddamn time, and I tried not to. I was like, "Hey guys, listen, it's better to have him on our side than off of our side. Let's just try to not fuck with the guy that runs the game that we all play, because he could go in and delete your whole account, or like, I don't know, just like delete all your cars or delete all your maps, or yeah, just ban your IP, and you would have no access whatsoever. He never did. I think he did do a couple of things, but that was to really some people that really pissed him off, and I tried to not piss him off so much. So, um, yeah, let's see. The the people that were hacking the game, because there were several different hacks, and what they were doing, they were able to download some external thing that would let them put the game in there, and they could put money in their game. Or like they had cars for sale, which I always thought was pretty fucking dumb. They were charging way too much for these cars for sale, because anybody can create these cars. It's just got somebody else's artwork on it and some mods or whatever, and then they would sell them for like $4, and it's like, dude, anybody can create that for free. And he's like, no, it doesn't matter. I'm fucking selling them. So, anyways, they needed to make money. So I guess, I don't know. I thought it was wrong. But anyways, people could hack into the game and they could get those cars for free. They could hack maps. They could do a lot of different things. And so when I noticed, when they got to the bad spot, was I got on Facebook and it said your account has been banned or blacklisted or whatever it said for like 30 days. I'm like, why? And then I went in and I tried to look for reasons why, and what I had found out is somebody had hacked into the game, got my Facebook account, which also gave them access to my Gmail. So I think, well, it didn't get that bad at the beginning, but so what they did, I think what they did, because it wasn't going to show me exactly what I did or what my account did that got me banned, but I'm pretty sure they just got on there, said a bunch of racial slurs, then got on a different account, reported them, and then got back on my account and deleted them. Or maybe Facebook deleted them. I don't know. But there was no way for me to see what I did. But it just said you have been banned for 30 days. And it also banned my Messenger. And I don't use Instagram, but I'm sure it also banned my Instagram if I had used it at all. But I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I tried to figure out who to contact to figure out what the hell's going on, and I couldn't find anything. And I tried talking to the guys that run the video game. They didn't want to say it was their fault, obviously, or their game. No, there's no way they got access. But somebody hacked my Facebook, got me banned. I got reinstated after 30 days, and then immediately it happened again. I got banned again. So I deleted my Facebook account, which was kind of rough, especially when it was. I mean, honestly, think about it. Well, nowadays, where all these kids are making money off of TikTok and YouTube and all this other shit, I was in a really good spot at that point in time. Like maybe I could have got verified or whatever. I had two-step verification on there and everything. Well, I don't think I had it at that point in time. I didn't even know that was a thing. I was naive to hackers and whatnot. But I created a new profile, brand new profile. Went through and I was like, all right, I'm done with the fucking game. I mean, I'm not done with the game, but I'm like, all right, whatever. All my progress on the game is now locked because I don't have that Facebook account anymore. But I can start it up again. But mainly, I was like, I want all my friends back. So I had to go over to like my wife's profile and friends' profiles and go through and hit add friend and everything, and then have to explain it over and over and over again that my other account got hacked and everything, because I like to see what people from high school or other friends from other jobs, or just that's what Facebook is for fucking people. And that account got banned also. And I was like, no fucking way. I was like, the only way they're doing that is through my Gmail. So I immediately, like, I deleted every fucking thing. I deleted every motherfucking thing. I went through my Gmail, deleted all my emails, and then deleted the Gmail. I don't know if that did anything. I think just deleting the account was good enough, but I was so fucking pissed. And I spent like 3 months with like nothing on my phone at all. And then I also had to delete my, well, everything that was connected to my Gmail was gone too. And then, it was just a real big pain in the ass. But I was like, this is the only way I can fucking get rid of all this bullshit. So I did it. And then, yeah, like 3 months later, I created. That's why I don't use my real name that often. My name isn't really Kletus. I've said it a couple of times on here for real, but anyway, let's not even get to that. Well, we're created a brand new Gmail account, created a brand new Facebook, everything. No, my name was not mentioned anywhere, and still to this day, if I get on Facebook and I make a profile picture or whatever I do, it says One Man Wolfpack, because that was the name I decided to create. One Man Wolfpack has changed her photo, because I went as far as misgendering myself on Facebook. And I used a straight up throwaway email to create my, like a totally even separate email to create my Facebook. It was McLovin something. I don't even remember anymore, because I used that to create the Facebook account, and then I deleted the email, and then like transferred everything, like forwarded everything from that to a different email, and I don't know. It was a fucking crazy that, and you know what? I'm pretty sure it was some kid that's good at or computers, was just fucking with me for no fucking reason. Now I thought they wanted the maps. So before I deleted everything, and I still had access, because they weren't banning me from the game, but it was through the game as the middleman to get to my other shit. Um, I got on the game and I deleted every map that I had, and I had some banger maps on there. There were some really good maps that I spent a lot of fucking time working on, and it was rough. And a lot of people, I after I got Facebook back, I went through and scrolled back into the groups to see, and people were freaking out for a while. They were like, "Where is all of this guy's maps? They're all gone. The only one left is the one on the featured list." And it's or no, it was on the featured list. They took it off the featured list, but whenever they took it off the featured list, it still saved a copy of it in the game. And it's really crazy to go back and look at that map. 'Cause I play the game a little bit now, but I'm really not. I'm not into the Off-Road Outlaws that much. I thought about working on some maps, and I thought maybe I still will. It's just not a priority at all. If I get real bored, I'll get on there and start working on some maps and stuff. But um, anyways, fast forward the 3 months or whatever, I created a new Facebook, new YouTube, new everything, and I started creating maps again. But some of the old maps, they had updated the game a few times, so I was creating even more interesting maps, more intense, more pieces, props, all kinds of shit. So I will say that the maps I got now are way better than the maps I had back then. But for the maps back then, they were fucking tight. And that's a word I haven't said in a while. They were tight, dude. I used to say tight all the time in high school, middle school. It was like, that thing's so tight. Remember that? Um, so, anyways, uh, that's the time I got hacked. And that's why. So the new Facebook that I got, there's no friends on there. Still to this day, you go on Facebook right now. The link is in the description. You can go there. Guess what? You can't get to fucking shit because all the shit I've got fucking firewall after firewall. You bitches, all you hacking bitches. I got it on lock. Maybe not really. Don't try it, please. Don't fuck with my shit, please. God damn it. But anyways, the Facebook profile is One Man Wolfpack, which was the name of my YouTube channel, which was my whole persona, and then I started this podcast later, and now that's what this is. But there are videos on the YouTube channel. The link is also in the description of back when I was playing the game. Probably shortly. Well, they were like RP videos for a while, and then I started doing live streams and stuff. So I talk about if you wanted to watch the 3 hour live streams that I did, tons of them, then you could go do that. But I don't know. I talked about more information back then. Um, but anyways, that's where I am now. That's why I'm trying not to leave a digital footprint nowhere because I know what a fucking 13-year-old in his mom's basement is capable of, and I don't want to feel the wrath of a 13-year-old again. I need to just stay out of the shit. I don't really comment on shit. I don't add any friends either. I think I added Stevie Vanderheeden from the Three Wheel Bicycle. I added him as a friend, very short period of time, and then I deleted him. And I don't even think I went on there and told him because he sent me a friend request. That's what people do, and I don't think I told him that I deleted it. But hey, Stevie, that's the reason why. Okay. Okay. I still want to be your friend, just not on Facebook. Facebook, a clean slate. You can hit the follow button or share whatever the fuck, whatever you got to do to keep in touch with me. But I don't do shit on there. I don't really do shit on there. If I do anything, it's posted up on my own page. Uh, I did get into Discord also. I do have a Discord. Um, and I don't know. The link is somewhere. I don't even know. It's probably expired. Discord is a weird thing. It took me a while to figure out what the fuck is Discord. Took me a goddamn while, but I got a server on there or whatever Discord server, and it's only got like 250 people on there. But then whenever I was like, oh, I want to try to expand my audience, so I started getting on Discord and bringing people on, and that's pretty cool. But Discord is full of fucking hacks and scams and shit. It's fucking ridiculous. And I don't really keep up with the Discord really at all. So usually when I open up my laptop, that's the only time I get on Discord is because it turns on when I turn my computer on. And I don't know. I just don't do anything on there, really. I used to. But yeah, I'm like, how old am I? And I'm dealing with fucking getting hacked and shit. Like, other people get hacked and they get hacked for real. Like, they get their bank account and shit. This was just a fucking hobby of mine. And, well, I guess my Facebook account from 2009 that had a lot of history. But hey, if you're worried about anything you might have said in the past, maybe it is a good idea to go ahead and delete your Facebook account and create a new one where you're not controversial at all. Because I think there is definitely some shit on my old Facebook account that I would be ashamed of nowadays. So I'm kind of glad that's gone. I mean, just imagine if I did hit it big and I still had that Facebook account and people were digging that shit up from the past. Don't need that. Now, it was never anything horrible. It was always, I always knew I was posting shit publicly, but times change, man. Times change. And that was the Donald Trump back when he was running for the first time, and things were, I mean, things are really wild still now, but things were wild back then also, and I was getting in on it. I was fighting with fucking uh, friends from high school. I would get on there and get into fucking comment battles for no fucking like, yeah, looking back, I'm like, hey, my opinion has no fucking impact on anything. So why, first off, I know I have the right to put my opinion out there, but why would I put my opinion out there and start battles with people other than just the fun of it? Uh, why would I do that? Why, like, my opinion has no fucking bearing on anybody. Let me just fucking not do that. So this new Facebook and everything, there's nothing on there. If I have an opinion, it's going up on the podcast, and I don't know. I guess it does kind of transcribe some shit somewhere along the line. So I don't know. Eventually, there will be a way for people to really pinpoint some shit I was either wrong about or doesn't meet the values of the future. Probably, because I don't plan on deleting any of this shit. I think I'm gonna keep this train a rolling. Uh, Man, I passed up a lot of places I could have ate. Not really. I passed up one or two places I could have eaten. And now I got like another hour or so that I got to go before I can get food. I passed them on purpose. I could have pulled in there, but I don't want fucking Subway. Subway is fucking disgusting, dude. And especially the Subway out here. That one, those fucking crackheads don't make a good sandwich at all. I need a good old Kansas City crackhead to make me a goddamn Subway sandwich. These ones out here, they're fucking bullshit. Okay, Subway tastes like fucking shit anyways nowadays. I don't know what they did to change all that shit. They changed everything. It's a not a good sandwich no more. It ain't no good no more. Um, or I could have ate, deep fried, microwaved fucking bullshit out of the the fucking store. I don't want fucking a deep fried bean burrito made 4 hours ago. I don't really want to eat that. So I'm just gonna keep on driving. It's already 3:30. God damn, it's already been an hour. Well, it hasn't been an hour quite yet since I started recording. But it's been over an hour since I left the place. God dang. So now I got to drive down to I think Medford, and they have a fucking shithole gas station. It's not a shithole gas station. There used to be a burger joint across the way that was called Schmerka's or some shit, and that place, I made fun of that place a lot. That place was horrible. I mean, the food wasn't bad if you weren't sitting in a pile of fucking shit. If the place was picked up a little bit, it was probably good food, but it tasted bad because of where it was. But I still ate there like two or three times. Uh, you don't really get too many choices when you're out here in the middle of Oklahoma. That bull is fucking that cow. Smells like fucking ass over here at the cow farm. But and I think the wind is blowing in the direction that I'm driving, so I'm gonna be smelling this for a while, I think. Um, yeah. So, anyways, the gas station over here isn't a little piece of shit. I mean, it's not the greatest gas station in the world. They got pizza and deep fried bullshit, but I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for deep fried bullshit. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck I want. Want something good to eat, and I don't think I'm gonna find that for a while. And even if I do skip this place, there's not really anything. There's another Subway. There's a couple of Mexican restaurants. I'm not really looking to go to a sit-down Mexican restaurant right now. That would be good, but I'm not really looking to do that right now. I'm looking to try to get home because it's already going to take a while to get there. Could have drove through Enid, but I don't know. I'm in a tanker. There's not really places for me to pull over. Uh, yeah, getting hacked sucks, dude. My buddy's grandma got hacked. Um, Somebody called his grandmother and acted like they were a grandchild stuck in a Mexican prison. If I'm remembering it correct, I could be totally wrong. But they were stuck in a Mexican prison. And the only way to get me out of this Mexican prison is if you go buy $3,000 or whatever it was worth of gift cards and then scratch the back of them and then read me the verification code on the back of them. Then they will let me out of this Mexican prison. Please don't call the cops. If you call the cops, the Mexican police are going to kill me. They're going to hang me up, fillet me like a piece of fucking meat, like a goddamn trout, and then it's going to be bad news if you call the cops. So please, just go buy the gift cards and give us the shit. And I think she actually went through with it. Later, she found out that was not true. And, a lot of these things, they could be, I mean, older people are just susceptible, 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 whatever the fuck that word is. They're really easy to fool. My grandpa, when we went and saw recently, no TV, no radio, no nothing. He's got a house. He's off the fucking grid. He's not off the grid. He's in a nice suburb. But they said, hey, if you want to keep your landline phone, it's going to cost, I don't know, $300 a month. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they're like, we're switching all the ways. So your landline, either you can pay $300 to keep it or get rid of it and get a cell phone. And he's like, I don't want no fucking cell phone. And they're like, too fucking bad. Pay us $300 or we're going to cut your shit off. And he did not like that. He said, I ain't getting no Wi-Fi. They said, you don't have to get Wi-Fi. You just have to get a cell phone. You live in an area where you get good reception, so you'll be fine. So he went and got himself a cell phone. I think he started off with a flip phone, but for some reason that was even more expensive than just a regular old smartphone. So they gave him a smartphone, and he actually he was talking to other family members trying to figure out how to use the damn thing. And then people were leaving him messages and text messages and other spam calls and bullshit. And he was like, I'm tired of this shit. So he ended up taking the cell phone to the cell phone store, and he got them to, I don't know, I'm not even super good with cell phones or, the technology or whatever, but he got it, it's not a de-Googled phone or anything, but he got him to remove, like, all the everything off of it. He's like, this is now my landline. And they're like, you can take it wherever you go. And he's like, no, it's my landline. He leaves it plugged into the charger in the kitchen where the old telephone was. And he says, if it rings, I'll answer it. But I don't want nobody leaving him any fucking messages. Now, I told him, this was after the fact, but I was like, just let it fill up. Let the voicemail fill up and then just answer it, and then nobody can leave you a message. He's like, no, I took it to the store and I made them turn it off. I don't know. Grandpas and their language, even me with my language, I don't know what the fuck they did, but they got it to where now when you call him, it'll ring for a while. Well, he said it would ring forever, but it doesn't. It actually doesn't do that. It'll ring for a while, and then it's just him on the. He said, "Hey, this is Grandpa. If you're trying to get a hold of me, call me back, because I'm not here right now." He's like, and you can't leave a message because I had it turned off at the cell phone store. So call me back. I won't be calling you back. And, that's just how it is. So it's kind of funny to listen to that. But yeah, now, yeah, he if he's on the shitter and you call him, he can hear the phone ringing. He'll try to get up off that shitter quick enough to get down there. But if he does, if the phone stops ringing by the time he gets down there, oh, missed him. That's it. He's like, missed him. And we went over there. I was like, hey, I call you several times, and I'm not really worried about you, but it's like, you can call me back. Like, if I call you, you can call me back. He's like, no, I don't do that. I was like, okay. He's like, yeah. If I don't catch it while it's ringing, I don't catch it. I'm like, all right, fair enough, I guess. And my uncle was trying to tell him, he's like, hey, you can take it with you. He's like, no, I ain't taking it with me. And he's like, no, you should, like, if you go out in your car and you want to meet up with somebody, you can call them and say, hey, I'm here. He's like, no, I've been doing it this way for a long time. I don't need no damn cell phone with me. So, hey, I got to respect it. He's a hard ass. He's really nice, though. But he's set in his ways, and he is not changing for nobody. Not even the cell phone company. He's like, hey, that thing ain't going nowhere but the house. He's like, they don't need to know where I am. I was like, well, if you turn GPS off, they can. He's like, they can. I'm like, all right. Hey, fuck, you're probably right. So, yeah, but it's like, all right, hey, you want to meet at the restaurant at 6? Okay. And then you're like trying to call him, hey, man, I'm not going, or, something happened or anything, and he's just sitting at the restaurant by himself. Like, that hasn't happened, but it is kind of, it's like, hey, we're all with the program and you're not, so it kind of makes it hard for everybody else. But hey, if it works for him, that's what he wants to do. That's fine. Hey, I like it. I actually kind of like it. But it is really annoying that I call him. I've called him 5 times in a month. No answer. No call back, because he doesn't call people back. He doesn't even look at the damn thing. So I just got to catch him while he's there. And he's out at the bar or in the backyard or taking a shit. He's like, didn't catch it. You have to call me back. I'm like, all right. So I just call him every now and again, and sometimes I catch him, sometimes I don't. Luckily, I caught him the other day because, yeah, he was getting ready to take off. He's like, oh, yeah, you called me. I was gonna just head up to the bar. They got like happy hour or whatever. I was gonna go up there and hang out. But you called me, so I'll stay home until you get here. So, all right, sounds good. I was 5 minutes away from missing him. Uh, but anyways, oh man, what a what a man. Um, Technology, fucking crazy, man. Chat GPT, I just saw something. Could be completely fake. You know, sometimes I wish I was my grandpa, where I just sat at home with nothing but a hardback book and the trees outside and some hummingbirds and shit. Sometimes I wish it was like that, but I just saw that like Chat GPT just came out. Now this is not trusted. I don't know if this is a trusted source or not. I have no fucking idea. It's probably I kind of already expected it, but they said they're recording or every conversation with Chat GPT is being saved and can be looked up and everything. Which I already kind of found that out the other day. Whenever that episode that I said Chat GPT is weird, go check it out if you're curious about that. But or Chat GPT is creepy. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It said that like now that it'll flag some suspicious behaviors on there, and then it might call the cops on you. Hey, I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna call the cops on me for trying to AI generate some titties, but I just don't. I don't do that. I have not looked up any, and I'm being serious actually here. I have not tried to look up AI titties on this Chat GPT. On some other chat things, I tried it and it won't fucking do it. And I don't know. I'm like, I don't even like AI titties. So what am I even doing? I like real ones. So I like my wife's titties also. So I don't need to Chat GPT some titties or whatever. But some people are getting in there with them Chat GTP girlfriends or whatever the hell. Which hey, that's a great business model. Maybe I should try to create my own GPT and then make girlfriends so people will download my shit and get hooked to it. Probably not a good idea, but I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck is going on these days. There's so much shit going on. Uh, Listen to a couple of Joe Rogan episodes. What was it? What was that singer dude? I skipped him. I can't believe I skipped him. I was like, oh, it's just some fucking folk singer. They're going to talk about writing songs and bullshit. And they did do that a little bit, but I didn't realize that one of his songs is about, like, shit going on. Like, the CEO of United Health and everything. And one of his songs was about that. And they started getting into some of the shit, shit that you want to hear that entertains you while you drive. So I started listening back to that one. That's pretty good. Um, Getting into conspiracies and whatnot. But man, it's seeming more and more like these uh, conspiracies that seem like they're a little crazy and outlandish. That's a big word. Uh, aren't coming true, man. What the hell's going on? And also today, I guess there was a bunch of shit released on the Epstein thing today. But I'm waiting until I can't listen to shit and sit still. I gotta watch a video of actual shit going on, like somebody building a mini bike or something. So once I'm done recording this podcast, which is going to be in about 2 minutes, I will go and look and to see if I can find anything about that, even though it matters nothing to me. But it is something interesting to listen to, because I like to be up to date. I like to be up to date. Not sure why. I don't know. Maybe they're like, oh, hey, fucking somebody's going to shoot a rocket over there. Oh, fuck, I better watch out. I'll start looking up. There was a time in where I did think I was really worried. I don't know why, but they got to me. They got to me. I was like looking in the sky. I was like, fuck, they're coming. Red Dawn, it's happening. Somebody's coming over here. They're gonna fuck our asses up. Watch that uh, movie. What is that movie called? You Should Go or something. I don't know. It's got some. It's a fucking bullshit movie where all the Teslas are crashing and the birds and the deer and shit were going wild, and then there's like airplanes of propaganda, propaganda, propaganda. God damn it, Propaganda, Papa. God damn it, I can't. I'm actually trying to say it. Propaganda, Papa. I don't fucking know. Anyways, the planes are driving around. They're dropping a bunch of bullshit out of the sky, and it's got a little fucking Chinese lettering and Russian lettering, and they're just saying, "Hey, we're coming to fucking kill your asses." And then there's that Mexican lady. She's like, "Let me in the car." And they won't let her in the car, and they drive off. And they're like, "Fuck, we should have picked her up." And then they go back, and then Kevin Bacon is that who it is? Kevin Bacon's there, and he's like, "I'll fucking shoot your ass. I'll shoot your ass." And he's got like all the guns and all the good shit. And he's like, "I've been prepared for this." And then these other people, they show up and they fuck it all up. Poor Kevin Bacon in that movie. He's like, "No, I ain't letting there ain't nobody coming in my house. I ain't no." And then they come into his house and he's like, "God damn it, you fucking killed me. I was ready. And then you fucked it all up, you fuckheads." And I feel like that might be something that would happen. Now, I'm not prepared, but I feel like if the apocalypse does happen and there is like, I can survive in a bunker and I can, you know, I'm not super good at hunting and all that shit, but I think if push came to shove, I could probably survive at least a little bit out in the woods. I watched some of those YouTube videos. I think I might, I could fucking put a hole in a tree and drink the sap, or I don't know, do something. But anyways, I feel like I would definitely get stuck with some motherfuckers that fuck it all up. And I don't know. I'm also good at disappearing. I don't know why, but I think I'm pretty good at disappearing. I could pull over the truck right now, run into them woods over there. Nobody find my ass. I don't want to do that. I like if the apocalypse happened right now, I'd be like, God damn it! Why does it have to happen when I'm in the middle of Oklahoma? Nobody wants, and I'd be like, hey guys, I won't fuck up your fucking doomsday plans. Let me in your house. And they'd be like, no, we're not letting you in. I'm like, I respect that because you know what? If I was living in your house and I was like, I'm prepared for the doomsday, and then some fat trucker shows up, is like, hey, let me in your house. No, fuck off. I expect you to say that. But if you don't say that, let me in, please. Save my ass. The apocalypse has happened. But why the fuck does it have to happen when I'm so far away from home? Because I don't know if I trust. I don't know if the real shit starts happening. I don't know if there's anybody that I trust that would be able to take care of my family. I feel like my stepdad and my father-in-law would be competing to be the top dog, and it would just get out of hand. I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm taking my kids and my wife, getting the fuck out of here. They're like, no, get in the bunker. I've got beans and rice. The other one's like, I've got a lot of guns. I'm like, yeah, you guys are gonna be targets. You guys are gonna be fucking targets. I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go do my own thing. I'll send you a letter whenever that movie, The Postman. Whenever the guy shows up and says he's a postman, I'll send you a letter. I don't know where the fuck to go. I don't know where I'm going. I'm going the fuck out of here. But all right, let's say apocalypse happens and I'm at home. Apocalypse happens. I'm at my house. But what kind of apocalypse is it? Is it digital, where all the banks are shut down and there's no more Wi-Fi and there's no more electricity? What are you going to do? My kids are going to be like, my iPad's dead. I'm like, God damn it. This is going to be a long-ass drive. My wife is going to be like, we need to go to my mom's house. I'm like, I am never fucking, we're done with them. We're done. Say goodbye. They're gone. We're going somewhere else. We used to always say we would go to her grandpa's house. He died, so can't go there no more. That would be a pretty good spot, though. They had they had a they had a good position. Uh, where my house is not a good position. My mom's house also not a good position. Slightly good position, kind of not really. No, it's actually not. We need to get the fuck out of here. I don't know what kind of apocalypse is. Is there planes dropping bad guys with guns? I don't know. Uh, but anyways, apocalypse. I'm in my house. What am I grabbing? What am I doing? What am I doing? And have you guys ever done this? Because I've done this. I haven't done it in a while. I'm like, fuck, I should have cleaned the garage. I should grab a toolbox. I should grab, get the dogs in the car. Well, now, what car are we taking? Because, like, the 92 doesn't get great gas mileage, but I feel like when the solar flare shit happens, my 92 will run, and her car won't. Her car will be like, failure to start. I'll be like, ooh, no, need something good. So I'll grab the 92 because her car is broken. We're going to go ahead and address that. Her car don't work. The solar flare fucked it all up. We're going to get in my 92 Chevy pickup. I'm going to grab my toolbox, which my tools are fucking scattered everywhere. So I'm just going to kind of grab a couple of little things here and there, throw it in the bed of the truck, throw the DR650 in the bed of the truck also, gas cans, even empty ones, grab them all. Something from inside the house. Any knives that I've got, I'm going to throw all the, because I'm going to lose a couple. I need to have a few extras. So grab all the knives, flashlights, batteries. Try to think anything else inside the house. We're going to need to grab food. Any food. It's all junk food. Fuck. It's all shit that needs to be refrigerated. Grab a couple coolers. Throw the shit in there. Everything from the deep freeze. Throw it in the cooler. We'll eat it eventually. We'll get hungry. We'll do it. It'll be fine. Throw it all in a cooler, extra coolers. I have a canopy. Grab the canopy, throw it in there. Lawn chairs. Definitely need some lawn chairs. Marshmallow sticks to roast marshmallows. Grab those. Those are on top of the fridge. I know where they're at. I could grab them. Paper towels. Ooh, medical. We got to grab everything out of the medical cabinet. Throw it in a fucking basket and throw it in the back of the truck and then hit the fucking road. I do have some ammunition, but I only have 22 ammunition because I got rid of everything else that I have. So, anyways, grab the ammunition because, hey, maybe we'll be able to use it to barter with somebody. I don't know. And my wife is going to be like, why are you grabbing all this bullshit? I'm like, hey, shut up. We need it all. We need to have bargaining chip. She's like, where's your wallet? My wallet's no good. Your wallet's also no good. Where's your cell phone? It's no good. None of it's no good. Anything, we gotta get rid of it all. Okay? I'll be going fucking ape shit. Toiletries. Grab the toilet paper. Water. We need to. I'd run immediately over to the Casey's by my house. Punch the guy at the counter in the face. Grab all the Skull. Even shit that I don't like, but mainly Skull Straight. And then that's what our road trip or our escape from the apocalypse, we would be hitting all the gas stations along the route and grabbing all the Skull Straight that I could possibly get. And maybe we would head to the Skull Straight factory. And that's where we're going to put up base. We're going to the Skull Straight factory. We have to go there. Because I won't function without the skull. So we got to go to the Skull factory. I think it's in Tennessee. What's it say here? U.S. Smokeless. Nashville. Fuck. That's not good. Nashville's not a good place to be. I shit a hotel room there once. I shit the whole hotel room. There's a guy walking. Maybe I should pick him up. No, not going to do that. Hey, rape my butthole. Don't need that. Anyways, so we are in the truck. We're in the 92. It's running out of gas. We go to the gas station, try to fuel up. because they're still figuring. They're like, we don't even know what's going on yet. And I'm like, well, hey, turn on your fucking pumps. I've worked on gas pumps a little bit, so I kind of know something to do down there. So I fucking bust open the gas pumps and try to, or like, I don't know, try to get a hand pump, some sort of a hand pump and a long hose. And then you can, well, I don't want to kind of give away, it's not a secret, but those little red caps on the ground, you can pop those motherfuckers off. And then there's a lid that's got a lock on it, but those just pop right off, even if they're locked. You can just pop those motherfuckers off. Stick a tube down in there and start hand pumping gasoline into all the jugs and into the truck. Fill that motherfucker up, and then get as much as you can. Get the fuck out of there, because anywhere that's high populated is going to go fucking nuts. There's going to be idiots out there looting the electronic stores and shit, and expensive places, and getting gold and everything. None of that shit matters. Get the fuck out. So run over a couple of people. Sorry, you guys are innocent now, but you're going to turn bad. You're going to be a bad person. I'm running you over. I'm saving you from the apocalypse. I'm going to kill you. Sorry. You were actually, I wouldn't have killed you, but you got in the way. And then I'm just driving the 92, just headed out where you get on the highway, but the highway, there's a lot of people pulled over. There's a lot of traffic jams. You got to get the fuck around all that shit. You got to figure a way out and around. Get into the woods. Get into the woods. Get out, away. Maybe go to Luke's mom's house. I don't know. They got a nice little. They're good people. I think we'd be okay. So go there. Set up a camp in the woods. We camped there in horrible conditions once before. We can do it again. Set up my canopy. Set up all the tents, all this good shit, and go there. And then that's where our base is going to be. Luke, I haven't talked to you about it yet, but when the apocalypse happens, I'm going to your parents' house. Okay? And I got to try to remember how the fuck to get there, because they ain't going to have no GPS. Maybe when you whenever I go to the Casey's and grab all the shit, I'm going to grab maps. Yank the maps off the wall. They got them in there somewhere. Got to get the maps. Soda pops. Liquor. Good to drink and get all these bad thoughts out of your mind. Also, good to clean wounds. Somebody's getting a wound, and you're going to need to fix it. And I know that it's just going to be a hard time to convince my family that we're doing the right thing. They're going to be like, why did you just run over that guy? I'm like, he had to die. That guy may have, in the future, come at us with a hatchet, try to take our supplies. Okay? So what do you need? You need food, shelter, a way to produce, either produce clean water or food, hunting. You need land. You need a good vantage point that nobody's going to come in and sneak up on your ass. You need to have good stuff. Need an old truck that runs and didn't get fucking solar flared out. What else do you need? I don't know. You just need weapons. You need weapons. Need to hold your ground. Need to know. You got to have knowledge. The apocalypse is a good way to teach kids how to do shit. Maybe throw a couple of bikes. Get a couple of bicycles. Throw them in the back of the truck as you find them. Because you're going to want to have bicycles. Because, hey, sometimes you're not going to be able to drive. You're going to run out of gas. Gas is going to go bad. You got to figure it out, guys. Okay, so what are you doing in the apocalypse? Drop it in the comments if I left anything out. Adios. Keep all 18 down. We'll talk to you later.